At the beginning of the movie, we are shown that an asteroid is about to fall on the Earth, but it is destroyed before it hits Earth, by which, the told pieces of that asteroid become to the Earth. Whatever the radiation had from that source, it was spread on the Earth, due to which the insects there turn into monsters. Many people were killed because of these monsters. The left people started living in underground basements. Then we see an underground house, and a boy is living there with his friends. We are shown his past, that when his city was attacked by monsters, he was separated from his girlfriend Annie. And it's been 7 years since he lost Annie. He's still looking for her, and he thinks she'll still be alive and he'll find her one day. And we see that the people Joel lives with often they make fun and disturb him. We see that, whenever they go out to get food, Joel does duty in the kitchen. After a long time Joy gets the news of Annie, which he contacts her through the radio. He is overjoyed to know her location, but he is unable to ask her anything more, because the contact is broken. After this we get to know that a big monster comes to their colony, hearing which everyone goes to fight with him. Joel also wants to help them, but everyone leaves him there, and goes to fight the monster. The people of the colony see that monster, by thermal glasses that where is he, and they know that the monster kills a man, and goes to attack the other man. Seeing this, Joel goes to save the man, and turns the monster's attention to himself, causing the monster leave that man and come towards Joel. But he frees there because of fear. But then there another man kills the monster. Then in the night, Joel tells them that he wants to go to Annie's colony. Her colony was far away, so it would have taken him at least a week. The people of the colony start to understand him, that there are many monsters outside. It can also threaten his life, but he does not talk about them, and says that, I want to be with only Annie. When Joel starts leaving from there, they make a map and give it to him, so that he does not lose his way. Joel understands when they are all saying goodbye to him, that no matter how much they annoyed him, but they loved him just as much. Then Joel leaves. He is still walking, when he hears a monster's voice. He goes to a house to hide, but there was a monster in the refrigerator, of that house too. He runs from there, but then he sees a big monster in the pond in front. Monster attacks Joel with his tongue, but there a boy named Dog comes there who grabs his tongue, due to which the monster leaves him. Then Joel follows the boy in a bus where the boy used to be safe. Joel stops there for a while, starts leaving again, along with Joel. That boy also leaves his secure place and starts going with him, which makes Joel understand that boy also wants to come with him. Joel takes the boy's owner's dress with him. Then while moving forward, Joel sees some berries which he is going to eat, but then the boy denies to eat, so that Joel doesn't eat them. Now here Joel had a book in which he used to draw the monsters, which he had seen. Joel is writing about his journey in it, but suddenly he falls into a pit, which was the hive of a monster. The monsters of that hive start attacking to Joel. But then there are two people comes who save him, in which was girl named Mina and a man was Clete, who was the survivors too, who are going to a colder area where monsters are less. Here Mina and Clete notice that Joel's survival skills are very bad, so whatever they know they teach him. Mina teaches him to shoot arrows, and says it was my dad taught me. She also gives him some tips, which helps him to start at aiming well. Now he was shooting well. Then they walk on. Then Clit learns that the monster had taken Joel's smell federation, which he is chasing us. Then he tells him to throw away Joel's t-shirt, so that the monster gets confused. Then Clytes tells him that snails is not dangerous. Not all monsters are dangerous, which we can know to see by looking into their eyes. Then in the evening, they stay at a place and rest there. Then in the morning Cleet tells him to go to the mountains, but Joel refuses, saying that, I can't go with you, because I have to go to the Annie. They were about to part ways, so Clit gives Joel 1 grade, and tells him that, you do use this only when you are in big trouble. They hugged each other, after which they apart. Joel and Boy are on the way. Then Boy smells a monster, and he hides. Just then a giant is coming to eat the boy, but Joel tries to stop monster, but the monster throws him away. Then Joel remembers his parents, how his parents were killed by the monster, but he couldn't do anything. Then he flies and shoots the giant monster, with arrows, from which that monster dies there, and he saves the boy. From there he goes to a hotel, where a robot welcomes them, and shows him the photo of his mother. So Joel gets very emotional seeing this, and starts crying, but then the robot's battery is about to run out, so he would quickly connect the radio, to whom Annie connects, and Joel learns that he is very close to the colony. She also tells Joel that there are some new people in her colony, who will take her colony's people to a safe place. Then the robot's battery runs out, and those contacts are broken. The next day, they are attacked by another creature. They cling to, but the boy makes a noise, which makes their location known to the creator. Joel closes the boy's mouth, so that creature can leave there, and so it happens, creature goes, but then the boy's owner's clothes fall off, which boy goes to collect. Joel refuses him, but boy doesn't stop. That's why creature starts coming towards them again, but before he can eat them, Joel throws a grenade into creature's mouth, so that creature's mouth explodes. Then Joel rebukes boy that he was in danger because of him. Then Joel looks into his body, and finds a leech stuck on his body, which spreads the poison. Then Joel faints. Then he dreams that Annie is sitting beside him. But when he flies, he is near his girlfriend Annie. He becomes very happy, and when he comes out, he knows that she is the leader of that colony. There he meets Brooke, and a girl named Dana. Then Brooks tells him that he will take these people to a safe place by his ship. And he says that in the evening there is a party from my side, for you and colony's people. Joel then asks Annie, that this is a very nice place, why are you leaving this? So she tells him that, this place is good but it is not secure to avoid monsters. Then in the night, Joel then explains, the reason for his arrival. But she tells him that, now she is not 17 years old Annie. A lot has happened in her life and he has lost a lot. She even lost the one to whom she loved the most. Joel gets very sad hearing all this. Then he asks them for the radio, that I have to talk to the people of my colony. Joel then talks to his colony. His colonists are very happy that Joel is alive. Then Joel asks them how it is there. So they say that nothing is fine here. After you are gone, monsters have attacked us many times. But Joel could not ask them anything more, because his contact was broke. Joel then sees the same strawberries on his plate, that boy had forbidden him to eat. So he realizes that Brooke and his friends lying. Then he immediately goes to tell the girl, that they lied to us and is given the fruits of unconsciousness. But we see that she has eaten those fruits, so that's why she doesn't understand Joel's words. But then Brooke hits on Joel's head from behind, which causes Joel faints there. Then in the morning, we see that they have not come to help them, but they have come to take their food and medicine, and he tells that, I do not run my ship by petrol, but by giving current to a monster crab. He then leaves the crab on the people of the colony, but Joel and Annie have freed themselves. Then Annie fights with Dana, and Joel overturns the crab with the help of a weapon. But Brooke would give an electric current to the crab, due to which the crab stood up again. Then the crab starts coming towards him. But then there the boy comes and starts barking, so the crab stops, because the animals are afraid of the dog's bark. Seeing this, Brooke tells Dana to shoot that dog, but Annie gets up and changes the direction of her gun. And when they start fighting again, Annie knocks Dana unconscious. But then Brooks knocks Annie unconscious, killing her from behind. But we see that the crab is coming to attack the Brooke, but the Brooke stops him by giving him an electric current. Joel then tells Boy to pick up the Annie. But in the meantime, Brooke along with his companion seems to have escaped by boat. The crab then attacks Joel again. But then Annie wakes up and gives Joel the gun. Joel then sees that Brooke is passing an electric current to the crab, causing the crab to be in great pain. Then Joel remembers Clyde's words, that not all animals are evil, that we can know by looking into their eyes. Joel then shoots at the iron chain, due to which Brooke could no longer give him an electric current. Then Joel tells him that you are free now. Crab then leaves him and he goes to kill Brooke and his frenzy. Before leaving, Joel gifts her drawing book to her, and he also gives her a crocodile, which was very lucky for her. Joel says it was great for him to be here. On his way, Joel passes many monsters, saving his life. After all, he reaches his colony. He is very scared to see everything broken there. Joel goes inside and sees they were all safe. He is overjoyed to see. Joel then broadcasts his journey on the radio, telling him that, if May can survive on Earth, so why can't you? And he inspires them, tells them tips, and tells that if I am alive only with the help of those two strangers, and a dog, he tells all the colony people that if you want to stay alive, why should you stay in a closed room? Get out from there and take fresh air. Joel says that now I and all the people of my colony are going to the hilly area, where the monsters are less. Then the people of other colony are seen going to out. Then we are shown that Mina and Clyde are also listening to him. And then movie ends from this scene. And if you want to see more such as adventurous movies, then subscribe my this channel.